Wake up, man. It's the J.Soul morning show. I told y'all I had a brand new guest for y'all, a very special guest. Man, he's from Cartersville, but he's been all over the place performing, writing for people like Future, Jacquees, some of your favorite people. I've worked with him, and I'm very honored to have my brother joining with me today, man. K Major. What's up,
Oh,
man?
how you feeling?
Where you at today?
Man, I'm in Atlanta. I just got here. I've been traveling. I went to New Orleans to see my family. Like my sister live there. But she got a
Okay.
nonprofit out there that's doing well. So I went out there to check on her and visit them. And now I'm back here for the new week, ready to get started. You know how it go.
Okay, you got a sister with a nonprofit in New Orleans?
Yeah. So my sister has a nonprofit called Mission Rebirth, and
Mm-hmm.
she was previously incarcerated. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Wrongfully accused, but incarcerated.
Right.
And when you got things on your record that make you, it's hard to recover. So you got people that's got felonies on their record or whatever on their record, but they good people. They working people with degrees or whatever. And then when they try to work past that point, you can't really get hired anywhere. You got to kind of start over, and it's like a burden on you. Like you can never be better. Even when you better, you can never be better. So she created a nonprofit to help those people get job interviews, show them different ways to maneuver and the ways that she
Mm-hmm.
made it. You know what I'm saying, throughout that, and get even going to get our record expunged and different things like that, and getting multiple degrees and studying at Xavier. That's something that she's been doing. So it's
Mm.
became big to where she's partnered with the city, like the mayor, the sheriff's department, a lot of people down there. And it's just expanded massively.
I've got to go check that out, man, because that this is so in line with the work that me and a lot of people close to me do. And I had no idea. I didn't even know you had a sister, man. So it's good we having this interview
Oh yeah,
though.
my
So
sister, my sister,
we,
my sister is the oldest of us
okay,
all. She's the oldest of
okay,
three. So
okay.
she kind of set the foundation for us all. And she ran across some hard times in her life to where she
Hmm.
was helping people and was in the wrong crowd, and she
Hmm.
took full responsibility. Um, but the blessing, it's like a full circle moment happening right now where the same people who accused her and locked her up and did all that are the same people that's granting her grants and things and such, and partnering
Mm.
with her to do better in the community. So it's amazing to see. It's God's work, definitely.
Yeah, God said He'll make your enemies the footstool now.
And
So
that's exactly what I'm seeing happen, bro. On a daily.
that's what's up. Let's go to your music journey because I read your bio too. 15 years old, Cartersville. So give me some of your music background and give us some of your journey.
Yeah, man. I started doing music when I was 12 years old, 12, 13 in Cartersville, Georgia. And, I was playing sports at first. I was in the band while in high school, and I love music. My dad did bookings on
What
the
did you
side.
play in the band, real quick, man?
Well, okay, so I started on trumpet
Oh,
like
okay,
my eighth grade year, or my seventh grade year, and I
okay,
hated it. I
okay.
learned it. I learned it. This is how I was introduced to learning reading music. But
Got you.
all the cool kids was in drumline.
Mm-hmm.
All the black kids, especially. And it
Mm-hmm.
was like, yo, all my homies in drumline. What's up? Why am I doing? The trumpet was shiny at first, but the drums was just crazy. It was a culture,
Yeah.
and drumline that came out that year.
True.
So at this point, like, I played trumpet. They didn't allow you to switch instruments, but my
Mm-hmm.
mom cornered the music teacher in Walmart, got me a tryout, and so all summer I self-taught myself. We couldn't afford lessons. But I
Hmm.
had to catch up with the kids. They already had a year ahead of me, so I had to catch up. And I went to, like, the people older than me to learn over the summer and trained, and then I became a snare drummer. You know
Okay.
what I'm saying? I was in marching band, and I stood strong with it. But I also was rapping. I was touching with raps and burning CDs and recording myself and making
Right.
beats. I was experimenting with that at a young age and had a lot of peers around me who was doing the same thing. Just in a small town, we didn't have a way out.
How
So
small is Cartersville? Like,
I mean, now it's grown. We got people like Trevor Lawrence, Ashton Hagens. Even on the music side, we got people like Brian Sannon. He's got crazy TikTok following. He just dropped.
hmm.
He's been dropping hella records that's streaming millions. You know what I'm saying? And he shot a movie. He shot a video at our movie theater. That's unheard of. Like, but where it was when I was growing up was like the population was maybe 60, 70,000 people, and out of that, you maybe had like 10,000 black people. We had three schools there. small town, barely hit a radio station in Atlanta. No music outlet at all. Like you just rapped. That was it. Like, and you sold product to people in the city. Other than that, making it big was like a dream, really, really a dream.
So how did you get out of that?
Yeah, so I'm working at McDonald's in 2005 or 6. I'm working at McDonald's off the exit, right off the exit 288, still there in Cartersville. And DJ Yola at the time has a song called I Ain't Gonna Let Up. That's out in Atlanta. MySpace is showing us this. You know what I'm saying? MySpace is where you're seeing all this at. YouTube really ain't the thing yet. It's MySpace. So we on MySpace finding out about artists, and all of a sudden I look up, I'm clocking out of work, about to get out of work, and I see DJ Yola. I'm like, hey, you look familiar. I'm like, hey, DJ Yola. So he had his security, his management team, they had jewelry on, like that. So I walked up to the guy with the jewelry on. His name was Big Ron, and that was his manager. He also, you know, fast forward, Big Ron was managing Shawty Red, Fat Boy, the producer, these people at the time. And he had a company partner with Fat Boy in called Black Shield. So, you know, they were together. I didn't really know who Fat Boy was or Shawty Red like that. I just knew Yola. Right. You know, I wasn't in the production line yet. I was making beats, but I wasn't big on. If you want Timberland, Swiss Beats, For Real, like those names, I really didn't know. You know, I didn't know the South like Toon or Drummer Boy, like these names, like like the brand of producers, whatever. You know what I'm saying? So I meet them. I got, you know, 14-year-old energy, 15-year-old energy. I'm like, yo, I'm the hottest guy in the city. Like, you need to listen to my music. Like, what's up? But I didn't go to the artist. I knew better than that. I went to the manager, and he was like, man, off my face. You know, but I worked at McDonald's, so I had some pull in there. So I was like, well, look, man, McDonald's on me. You know what I'm saying? And I pay for all the McDonald's if you listen to my music. You know what I mean?
Right.
And so I ended up giving them a discount, getting the McDonald's discount, you know. And while they was bagging up all them large orders and stuff, I was off of work. So I went to the car with the manager and played him some songs, and he was mind blown. He was like, wait, you talented for real. Like, this is hard. Like, bro, we got a boom, boom, boom. Like, where your parents at? You know, like, so that ended up being my first situation, my first management deal, production deal. It wasn't for beats. It was just being an artist. You know, I went by like K-Swag back then or something.
K-Swag, I saw that.
I was Young Star, and I was KB the Youngster. And then it was K-Swag, then K-Major.
Okay, got you.
Yeah, so that was my K-Swag era. And I was introduced to the industry at that point. I was around acts like Gucci, and, you know, R. Kelly had signed this artist at the time. Kalina from Dirty Money was writing a lot of that stuff. Yin Yang Twins, Mike Jones, Waka, the beginning of Waka, Southside, before he made beats and stuff.
And how old were you right here?
I'm like 14, 15 years old.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah,
I as a matter of fact, I was 16 because I had just started driving.
Okay, got you.
Yeah, I'm 16 because I can drive to Atlanta on my own. At first, I couldn't, so it was like a transition between 15 and 16. At first, I couldn't drive. When I first met them, you know what I'm saying?
Okay, yeah.
I really wasn't driving. I think I had my learners or something, or my parents let me drive, but I wasn't supposed to. It was something crazy, but I was that young, man. I had a song called When I Start Driving on one of them songs that I played them.
I gotta hear the old K-Swag music. You gotta
my city know. Like, people from Cartersville definitely know. They definitely know what's going on with that. They like, okay, we remember all this. So yeah, from there, man, I continued to go to high school in my city. It was more of a business for me at that point. Not really strong business, just like I knew I was a brand. I knew I was a product. I feel like I had a deal. You know what I'm saying? I got a record deal now, so I'm moving different. So I had my crew with me. I started 3MG, my own company. And it was just kind of like, you 3MG, we 3MG, this 3MG, you know, at first. Then I was in a group called 3MG where it was me and my homie. We named ourselves 3MG.
Right.
And it was me and an artist named Chosen One. I got a big story, long story, bro. But that turned into me and him. This is the same era of time. Signed to Fat Boy and Big Ron and them. That deal lasts 2 years. I get out of that deal. Nothing happens in that deal for real. I just really learned what the industry is, and I'm learning this like new, like fresh, like freshman. So right after that, I feel like I had more confidence getting out that deal to kind of like do it myself and get back to some of my old ways of dropping music and selling it because I was making money, but also knowing it's a bigger world out here. So that's when me and Anthony decided to be a group, and this is like my junior, senior year of high school. and then ongoing, or not junior, senior year. I'm gonna say senior year. Yeah, senior year past that point, it was me and Anthony. And we did that for 2-3 years, and we did shows in Atlanta. Now my brother is in Atlanta, like my older brother is in Atlanta, so he kind of managing us at the time and helping us set the LLCs up. This is like 2009 now. He helping us get the LLC for 3MG Entertainment, and boom, boom, boom. And then right when this happens, we don't have no budget. We don't have nothing going on. We just all my brother putting his money in. Like,
Good.
he had a job running 200 here and helping with CDs, and then me having to get my hustle on. And this was going on at this time. And
you gotta send me some pictures and some videos and stuff. We're gonna run it through while we talk about it.
It's so much. I'm pulling it. I actively been pulling it for the last 3 years, trying to pull different stuff.
Yeah, that's what it's about. It's about telling the stories. You know, nobody gonna tell our stories like we can tell our stories. And then a lot of time when people do be telling some of the story and then they kind of leave, you're like, oh yeah, okay, y'all didn't want to talk about Scream, or y'all didn't want to, you didn't want to talk about K Major, like.
Yeah, I try exactly. I get left out of a lot of people's stories, and so I try to tell mine and try to make sure I remember everybody that was a part. Of course, sometimes you're not gonna remember. I remember everybody, but in storytelling mode, sometimes you're telling general storylines than a specific, like who brung you here, who took you here. But a lot of people played a part, whether it was small and big in my career. I know that for a fact. So I know it's a lot of people out here that's just like, yeah, I drove into the studio, or yeah, I did this, and I'm like, yeah, I was moving as a kid. I'm everywhere doing everything. But yeah, me and Ant was in Atlanta. Go ahead.
You and Ant was in Atlanta. Go ahead.
No, I was just saying, me and Ant was in Atlanta, man, and that just turned into just continuing learning. If I'm to summarize it, I'm just learning. And this person, my manager now, and Nina Nine from Sirius Radio, and then Coach K, my manager for a little bit, and then I'm independent again, and I got an investor. Like, I kind of been through a lot of that, to figure out who I am today.
Right. You talked about learning, so I wanted to get maybe like 2 or 3 things you would say that you learned from the industry dealing. You've been around since you were 14, and I guess you're about 33 now. You're born in 91. So give them some gems.
Well, the biggest one I learned, I can't even say biggest, but the one I'm on right now, what I put a magnifying glass, is age doesn't matter in this industry. I think a lot of us start off wanting that record deal. Like, I want to sign a record deal, but I don't think we really know what that is. I think that we just put two things together. Like, most of the time people say they signed a record deal, now they got a Bentley outside. I think that's what happens, and in that is a lot of pressure that comes with that. Because everybody's hustling, right? So you got the managers and people that's going to tell you need to be a certain age to get in the game. But really, that's just like, you need to be young enough for me to fuck you over. You know what I'm saying? And once you get old enough for me not to fuck you over, now you're a threat. You know what I'm saying? Now you're competition, and it's not so friendly. So I think that's what I learned. I came in young, so coming in young, everybody loves the young guy. Everybody can make some money with the young guy. It's effortless. It's just like you just be yourself. You be a gullible kid who don't know, like, hey, what's that? And they like, oh my gosh, he doesn't know. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, it's just kind of that. And then as you progress, I think when I hit the 25 meter, that's when I saw the reality, and I kind of just started turning my face at the game. It was kind of like, this is category 5 time. Now the game is like, oh, how old is he? 25. Oh, he's too old. Like, 25? Like, what? Like, I'm in the middle of the culture. Like, the girls like me. Like, I go outside. Like, I don't have a problem in today's society. I don't know who's making this decision, but at that point, I deciphered the game of what it is. It's a business. Man, really just, obtaining value, self-value. Self-value. You could be valuable to different people in the industry, and they'll use you for that. I think this far that people have seen I'm a great songwriter and producer. So when people look at me, they lean more towards what they benefit off of from me, and not really who I am. It takes my focus off, because you got to survive, right? You gotta make money to pay your rent and do things like that, but you also got to be fully yourself. And that decision sometimes is what I fought with a lot. So that's the biggest thing I learned. Just accept me for who I am, how I like to wear my hair, how I like to dress. What do I like to express? Because it's expression. It's not a systematic approach that should be, that sometimes we see in music, where it's like, sound like this, be like this, dress like this, hop and dance like this, or you're not a star. So like, what's a star? Like, Exactly.
What's a star? What's
Yeah,
a hit?
what's a superstar? And if people know what this is and how to build them, then why don't we have a new superstar every week?
Yeah.
So it's kind of like I put all these things together in my head over the years of going crazy, quitting, giving up on myself, and now I'm kind of just coasting at my own pace of like, I think self-discovery. I want to say like I'm rediscovering myself, like what I love, what I like to do.
Okay, we'll talk about that. What's some of the things that
Yeah.
you discover that you like to do that's going on now?
Music style. I feel like I've been limited in music. Even to my peers, and I'm talking to people, I'm like, I can't continue to do the same things that I've done. I do like doing those things. I see what people like, but I see what people like, so sometimes your people around you will push a certain thing, like a certain agenda. You sound like this, or I love this about you, or okay, I love this about you. And I fall for those, things because you're always searching for what people like, right? But the fans tell me like, hey, we like all of you. Like we
Okay.
like when you rap, we like when you sing, we like when you make beats, we like all of that. So a lot of times in my past, I would produce for Future or Usher, Chris Brown, Jacquees, whatever. But you listen to K Major albums, and I would only produce one song. I would kind of be discouraged when it came to my stuff, right? Or I would let people come in and do my stuff. But it's just like at a certain point, you realize like, wait, I'm great. Like people can help, we can collaborate, but I run this shit. Like this,
I feel you.
Yeah. Like I make the beats around this motherfucker, like because it's me. Like you know what I'm saying? And I can. And God gave me that ability. Like He gave me the ability to be a producer and play instruments and post produce and engineer and mix and master. And sometimes you just have people like, I guess I don't know. It's like, hey, I want to be involved, but he do so much. So what can I do? And for a lot of times, I would give people those positions. Oh, you can make the beat, bro. Oh, no, you can do this. So now I'm kind of I'm focused to like listen to these ideas. This is what I'm thinking, and see what you can add to, or you can come to the table with something. But I'm always gonna put my like, nah, that's not what I'm on right now, or this is what I'm on, and I keep that. Like I set that precedent. What's going on?
Tell me, and I like that. I like that, and I think that's what artists need to be for real. Like I think the freer an artist can be, and not being told what to do, or learn how to engineer, learn how to record, just learn how to write a B section, or like
yeah. And to piggyback off that, I don't even think that is really like so much of that. I think it's more like my campaign right now that I'm on is men lie, women lie, right?
Okay.
But it's kind of like, why do we lie? Right? Why do we lie? Is all lying negative? Sometimes we lie for a positive, sometimes we lie for a negative. But lying is lying. We all agree that a lie is a lie. Like we know what a lie is, but do we know what a lie does? Like if the public really knew everything, could we survive? So are we lied to for our survival? You know what I'm saying? And I say all that to say, like, in this industry, I don't think that people know how to decipher the truth and lies, right?
Okay.
And so, like, we don't know why the lie is being presented. And we need to focus on why the lie is there and not that it's a lie. Like, we can identify, we can feel a lie. We can be like, you lying, or that's a lie. I don't feel right about what you said. But can you decipher that that's a real lie? Or, like, can you decipher why that lie is present? Because sometimes you need to be lied to. You know what I'm saying? And so it's a conversation that I'm starting, man. It's just a conversation I'm starting. I think that a lot of people want to know why people lie. Women want to know why men lie. Men want to know why women lie. And then at jobs, we want to know why we lie to. As we survive every day, we want to know why we're lied to about the food we eat and the things that we do. So that's the campaign I'm on right now. Men lie and women lie.
So what's your solution for this? What's
like I said, I think that it's a balance of life. I think that it's gonna happen. I think that the person that even judges the liar is a liar.
The person who judges the liar is a liar.
Is a liar.
Okay.
In a way, you might just not feel like your lie is for a negative reason. I'm not gonna tell my mom this, or I'm not gonna tell this person this because I don't want them to crash out. I don't want to tell people I got money because I don't want everybody asking me for something. So every lie isn't just to misdirect in a negative way. Sometimes it's just for everybody's well-being. Because if you start asking me for too much shit, I'm gonna cut you off. So I'd rather just tell you I'm not gonna tell you I have anything. We're just gonna act normal, right? And see how you really feel about me. Like sometimes within a lie you'll find the truth. So a lot of times. So I think that's what it is. I'm not saying it's okay to lie in every situation. I'm just saying that that's what the answer is. I don't think we'll ever find some answers as far as it being one thing with billions of people on the planet.
It also brings up the question, what really is the truth? What really is the truth other than what we agree on?
And that's the search. And that's the search that everybody is on every day.
Mm-hmm.
Is it true that you should work for yourself? Is it true that you should work for other people? Because both you survive and both you could pay your bills, but it's just like some people don't want Lamborghinis. Some people content with what they got and they'll go work a job and work there. My grandmother worked for 60 years straight, didn't complain. You know, because at one point Black people couldn't even work all jobs, right? We were slaves. So having a job at one point was like, damn, hell yeah, we made it, right? And now in culture, it's like entrepreneurship is the new thing. And so it's like having a job is that cool to have or whatever. But I think we're getting back to a point to now where people are like, yo, if we don't work, we ain't gonna eat. And robots got to replace us. So we gotta act fast, right? I think we're getting to that. So that's where we at with it, man. We're in search of the truth. And I feel like your truth is who you are. Your intention, your spirit, right? Like the things that you do that you don't tell yourself to do.
Yeah, your habits.
Your habits, your peace, your happiness, your circle, your inner core, your like nothing matters but what you feel in this space. I think that's what we all searching for, and I think that's the truth. The truth is I don't like going to the club. The truth is I don't even like hanging with y'all like that. Y'all don't represent what I represent. The truth is I don't like doing this. The truth is this, but the lie is a survival tactic that we use to survive. And it's happening all around us. I see people that ain't really who they are, you know, but to make a little money, they got to be that, right? And at the end of the day, they just trying to pay their bills and make it to the next day. So I don't judge people. I just know that we have to live more in truth. Like, you know, and if we search for that within ourselves, then you'll find that a lot of things that you do, you don't even like doing. You're doing it for somebody else. Do it for yourself. You know what I'm saying?
There you go.
So you look at yourself and you value yourself. Like you said, when we got on the phone, you was like, yeah, man, I'm in a space to where I'm me, you know? Like this is me. Like this is mine, this is me, this is what I'm doing. I feel good about it. It's my calling, it's what I'm gonna do, and I'm gonna do it wholeheartedly. I think that's the energy that we all search for.
That's right. That's right. Now, we've all had some adversity and things had to shift. You know, do you share something where you feel like in the music journey, this happened and then I had to like bounce back and, you know?
Yeah, I think that I started to work with my idols. You know, a lot of my idols, a lot of people that I looked up to coming in the game for what they were doing, right? And then I learned like, okay, that's the PR version. That's kind of like we've only been told the positives, right? They covered up the negatives as much as they could. As many of the negatives as they could, they covered, but the positives is what we've seen out of people at the highest level. But then you get around those people and you're exposed to the negatives and you realize that we're all human. Like we're no different. We're the same. So at that point I started having, you know, it felt like a competitive journey with my idols. You know, where it felt like I don't have the cars and the credits and the nothing. I don't have any of that really. I'm talented. I love music and I want to go here. You know what I'm saying? And if you can help me, I definitely want to be a part of that. And however I can help you, you know what I'm saying? Hopefully you see value in me to where I could be a part. But I feel like within my career and that I found a lot of jealousy, envy of the pure things that I have. My light, right? My spirit, my light. You can't break somebody's light. You can't break that in a person. You only can, music is one thing, but who they are is another thing, right? So it's like, you might not play my song on radio, but my ability to socialize with people and connect with people, you can't break. I was given that from God. So, and sometimes that intimidates people, right? Sometimes that intimidates people. So when you in a room and you got too much light or you got a personality that's big in a room, then a person with a small personality will look at you as an enemy, you know? Or they'll look at you like, I want to be him and envy you, and that envy, jealousy, like they'll have those things instead of being motivated or inspired, right? You can't choose where people lean. So that's what I noticed at a certain point in my career. I think it was when I started working with a lot of my idols.
So how do you navigate through that and still be able to be K Major?
Yeah, I think that's where the human you comes, right? So if somebody walk up to you and slap you, no matter where you at, you don't want to fight. Yeah, so it's like when you walk into a room, you professional, right? I got my collar buttoned up, I got my tie on, like I speak professional, like I'm here to do my job and I mean this, like I genuinely came here to do my job and be professional. Like I don't hate anybody, I don't want to harm anybody, right? But then you get bullied and punched and beat up and kicked to a point where you're like, hey man, I'm a grown man, bro. I'll beat your ass. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You become that person, and then you see everybody kind of like frail. And everybody's scared of you. But then what I learned about the industry is when you do that, now you're hard to work with, or you deemed just aggressive. You know, you just got aggressive personality. And it's never been me. You know, I've never had a really aggressive personality, but respect is another thing. So like I said, sometimes you get pushed to a point of humanness. And I think that's what people mean by sell your soul. I think when you get pushed to that point, you either can sell your soul and say, you know what, I know this is wrong. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. Let me make a lot of money. I'll just be whatever you want me to be. Or it's kind of like, well, now my character says and how I was raised says that don't line up with my belief, right?
Right.
Life in a whole. So I would rather not have the fame and the fortune. Okay. If that means that I can keep my dignity and my character and go home and sleep well at night. So I feel like a lot of people have made that decision. You know, I'm not the first. I just feel like I'm the first to kind of break it down in a way that people can hear it and be like, well, dang, that's it. That's I'm not tripping. Like, that's it. So men lie, women lie. That's where I'm at.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Give me maybe like 2 or 3 highlights, your favorite things that has happened to you in the music industry.
Oh man, getting my first placements. Shout out to people like DJ Spins. People that just saw me at a time and, you know, didn't have to do something. You know what I'm saying? Like people that you seen winning and getting credits and they just did something small, like acknowledge you. You know what I'm saying? Yo, you hard. Like that go a long way, I think, that, and people don't really notice that changed everything for me. Cause I remember walking up to, and I just use him specifically because we got a lot of music out. And it's like, I remember walking up to him one time in the club and he was like, oh, your beat 7,500. You know, I was like, nobody. Like, bro, I want some beats, 7,500. Talk to my manager. And then you learn relationships. Like Nina Nine's my manager at Sirius Radio. Spence pulled up to the crib one time. I see him, smoke one with him. Well, I don't even think he smoked. I think I smoked, but smoked one. And then met him then. You know, now I'm signed to Dream. DJ MLK sends me a beat. I do a hook. It's on a Spins beat. You know what I'm saying? Spins, like, what is this? He's like, oh, it's K Major. So that's how I learned value. You know what I'm saying? But those times of people at their level, even DJ MLK, Nina Nine, all these people, to already have motion going on, their careers going, their own life, and to say he's talented. I'm a rock with him. Whether it was a short time or a long time, those things let me know, like, okay, yeah, it's an affirmation. This is what I'm supposed to be doing. Because they see it, like, and that's all they see. That's all they're around. But they see me and I'm not even there. And they like, yo, you one of them. You're supposed to be over here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's big for me.
Okay, well, I've been seeing all these plaques you've been coming to your place and stuff. You know?
Oh yeah, man. We set up, and we load up. They on every wall. If you was here, you'll see they on every wall. I used to not be a plaque person.
I feel you.
I really still, well, I can't say now I am, but I wasn't a plaque person. But I learned that a lot of doubt, you know, when I would have conversations with people on my angle of the game, or we just be talking in small conversations, it was kind of like my opinion wasn't valued. I felt overlooked even in conversation. You know, it got to that point with me where I hate to say it like this because I don't want the industry to feel away. So it's with all due respect, but I'm anti-industry, right? I don't believe in the aesthetic of the industry right now.
Yeah, I feel you.
The culture of the industry right now, I'm not a fan of. You know, people got their different problems with streaming and stuff like that, but the culture, the people, the hazing.
Yeah, the kiss the ring.
Yeah, the this is supposed to be our art that we express ourselves, and then people are supposed to get notoriety for the level they do the art on, like the high level of performance. And it's more like, well, you're not cool with him, so I ain't cool with you, or you ain't have sex with this person, or you ain't paid this person, so like, and we forget that especially in Black culture, we forget that we grew up in poverty. We grew up with nothing.
Right.
So, but they expect us to have $1 million to be heard, and I don't remember the world being like that. A lot of things that are the most notable things in the world weren't expensive; they were just value high because of the air. Like the things we're doing now, 100 years from now, none of us will be here, right? And so the things that we're doing now will be left here as artifacts. And it's like, what are you doing?
Mm.
So the gatekeeping thing of not showing the highest forms of art from the human society, not putting notoriety to that, or you basically saying you're burying history right in front of your eyes.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Because the people 100 years from now won't even discover it,
Right.
or know it was even done.
Mm.
You know, so we got like Etta James, we got just a lot of people, poets and Van Gogh, and
Yeah.
you know, it's before a blog site.
That's
Right.
right. That's right.
But these
That's right.
things really mean something to the culture and art. You know.
Yeah, they've packaged it up and made it a system, you know.
Exactly.
When it was music and we were just supposed to share it, and you know, if you're working hard, great, you know. Then it was never supposed to be like, okay, you working hard, but we got this person signed over here, so we're gonna make it look real easy for them, you know.
I did a Black Excellent Awards. I actually won Artist of the Year, but I actually learned more at this award show than ever. I've been to the BT Awards. I've been to a lot of award shows, but this specific, it was in Cartersville. They got their own Black Excellent Awards up there now, right? We didn't go into that. Like we doing it big, like a real award show, like big. But it goes over the history of the people from there and the things that we've done in the world that's been big and impactful. And when I looked into that and I'm learning, I'm like, yeah, a lot of these people weren't famous.
Yeah.
You know, they weren't rich.
Right.
Martin Luther King, I didn't remember them saying he had $10 million or $100 million.
Right. Exactly.
Malcolm X. I just remember these people making impact. So it's like the oversaturation of the market makes us feel like we need that. When really the work you put in every day is validation. You don't know who you motivating, where you motivating them at. Like you doing a radio show right now. If I'm back to my 12-year-old self, or even me at this age, seeing you do it, it's like, dang, I want to, like, dang, bro, how you do that? Right?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's that, and you motivating somebody to be like, man, I want to be on radio. You don't know.
That's right. That's right. That's
beauty
right.
of the art. That's the beauty. That's the beauty. That's what keeps me going.
Well, that's what's up, man. Tell these folk what's up with K Major. What's the next project, and how they can get in contact with you if they need to.
Definitely. Follow me at K Major Music. Website The Real K Major. I'm about to do a contest. So basically, the contest is like men lie, women lie. What's the biggest lie you've been told, right? And the best story that I see, I'm gonna choose like 13 people for a live event to come out to the studio, and we're gonna make a song based on the concept, right? So I'm gonna do that. That's what's coming up next. I'm gonna open that up to the public soon. I'm kind of wrapping my arms around it, my hands around it, my mind around how I want to do that. But I just want to start this conversation and get to the bottom of it, but with people, you know, and stir it up. Let's make content around it. Like, you know, I may give people a chance to get in the video, but I definitely want people at the studio to help me create it. I want to give them an opportunity. I want to open up my subscribers, my fan list, and my fan base, so we can start doing things together and create events of this kind of energy, you know, this energy. So that's what's coming up now. I'm also putting out songs weekly. I got one coming out Friday called Talk to Me Nice. I dropped one last week called Compliments, and I dropped one a week before that called No Boo.
Yeah.
So I'm constantly just feeding people, you know, but at this stage rather, I'm just making it make sense with what we really talking about. You know what I'm saying? So as we have these conversations, we creating the music, we putting it out. That's where I'm at. So look forward to that for me. Definitely subscribe on my website and on my IG. Look out for the posts, look out for the links, so you can be up to date on all that. We're gonna go.
Okay, beautiful, man. And what do you want to leave them with, man? What you want to leave the people with? Floor 62 Radio, Floor 62 TV, man.
Man, right here today on Floor 62 TV, man. Keep going. Believe in yourself. That's the biggest thing. That's the biggest message I can tell you. The world ain't gonna believe in you. It's gonna be people standing right beside you that say they believe in you, that don't believe in you, and you're not tripping. Just always believe in yourself. Search for the truth. Don't put yourself in positions you know you don't like it. Don't do it. You know, stay in your bag. You know, and grow
Yeah.
in that direction. Search for new things. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's it.
yeah, yeah. Well, y'all just heard from K Major. You know what I'm saying? He's in the
Yeah,
ATL right now. He got all the plaques going on right now, but
hey,
that's
come
just the
on.
beginning. It's just the beginning. And music
Yeah,
coming out every single Friday.
every
And he's
Friday.
going to be tapped into Floor 62 Radio. I'm going to be tapped into the story, the contest, and all of it. So we going to see.
Come
Men
on.
lie, women lie. So let's see what's going
Yeah,
on with it.
let me lie.
All right. Thank you, K Major, man.
Yeah,
You going to come back
appreciate
to
you,
the
bro.
show, bro?
Definitely, definitely. Appreciate y'all
Okay.
having me, man. Anytime.
Okay, cool.
Anytime.
Cool. Well, take care, man. Thank you for coming to the show, and we'll see you next time.
Man, love, bro.
All